Hello my friends, I'm taking my headset off once again. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of our Football Manager Journeyman Let's Play. We're still with our first club, Nice. Today we are taking on SCR Altach of Austria in the Europa League Conference fourth qualifying round. Now, I don't actually know how many of these there is. I believe this is a playoff, which means win this, you're in the group stage. Amber, down please. We've played 2 games of the season so far. Normally I would record a PSG game because it's obviously our biggest game of the season. However, with that said, it came before the Europa League games. I do try not to record before this because it allows me to just, start rallying through the save that little bit quicker. So we started off the season against Rennes with 2 home games actually. In fact, 3 back-to-back home games to start the season, which is interesting. Ami Guri, the man who I said last episode, played left wing for us last season, done a decent job, not outstanding, started this season with 4 goals. Could have easily had a double hat-trick if he'd been slightly more clinical on a couple of other chances. This is why I thought I'd put him up top. That finishing, composure, mixed with all that, he's only 21, he's got room to move. It just makes sense, bring him up top, play him as an advanced forward. He's got great off the ball, decent work rate, good technique. The man's made for finishing. The man is made to be a prolific striker. It just makes so much sense. So we moved him up top. Moses Simon also on his debut with a brace. They scored 3 goals from basically 4 attacks. The keeper made 1 save, Walter Benitez. Bless him, didn't have the best of games. I mean, I don't think there was anything he could do from the 3 goals, to be honest. But just simple over the top balls, and we just didn't deal with them, which is a bit of a concern. We then played PSG and much improved performance from last season. We stuck with the 4-3-3 formation. Moses Simon getting an equaliser, Kylian Mbappe being a thorn on our side in the past. Obviously, a world-class player. Finished off again against us, put them 1-0 up, which was against the run of play, and I actually feel PSG were there for the take-in. If Guri had a better game up top, a 6.3 is slightly disappointing. We brought Arez on to try and change things, it was too late, really. But Moses Simon did get us an important goal, and he looks a bye and a half right now. We're going to get pitch side straight away though, guys. I'll see you in a second. Here we are, and I have gone with a slightly rotated side. I said in the last episode, Farinez wanted important players, so I have to give him basically every cup game, so I'm giving him European games as well. I've brought in Scalvini, just give Sergio Gomez a rest. He is obviously such an important player for us. Sandro Tonali's coming in for his debut, and Buffal will make his first start. He's coming in on the right hand side. Really just simple things like that. Try and keep things fresh. As I said in the last episode as well, Esposito is not registered. Thus, Matthias Arezzo, who hasn't agreed to any of the loan deals as of yet, is still on the bench. We've got Farinez, Atal, Scalvini, Pelmard, who has no head jumping reach, which is a bit of a concern. Mitchell Bakker, Sandro Tonali, Lise Malou, Joe Aribo, Stefan Buffal, Moses Simon, and Guri running the midfield. It's a solid team. I'm content with this team. Hopefully, this team can go out and show this team that I've never heard of, which could come back to haunt me. I'm not going to underestimate them. The Austrian League's a decent league. So, we can't take these lot lightly, which is why, it's only a couple of changes, a couple of resting players, and, bringing in players that I specifically trust. So, home game first. We're covering both legs today to kick this Europa Conference season off. Hopefully we can do a decent job. It started a bit slow though. It started very slow. But here we are. Tonali on the ball to Joe Aribo. Out for Mitchell Bakker. Can he find a decent ball in? Finds a pass back to Joe Aribo. Back to the Dutchman. And whipped in from Aribo. Buffal down. Lise Malou. His first of this season. With a lovely finish. Buffal with a lovely nod down. Great work, guys. Bakker and Aribo just teaming up well on this left hand side. Finding that little half yard that they needed to get the ball in. Buffal with a good knockdown, and Malou there to finish off. Just needed a quick drink, sorry guys. Mouth is dry. I'm literally drinking so much today. It is unbelievable how much juice I'm going through. Joe Aribo brings it forward, finds Lise Malou. Great ball over for Guri. It's poor from the young Frenchman. back out. Atal picks up. There was big bids for Atal that I turned down based on how essential he is for the team and the fact that there was no interest in Atal or Latumba, so I'd done no scouting really on the right back position for first team players. Is Joe Aribo! What a finish that is from the Nigerian international. Obviously a player that we know very, very well here from our Rangers save, and obviously being a Rangers fan. But Joe Aribo just picks up a brilliant position here. One touch, sets himself up, tucks home from range. You just don't save those. You just don't save those. He's just found that bit of space again and just calmly does it. Brilliant play. Jackal whips in. Right at the back post. That's not great defending. Again, set pieces undoing us. We need to look at these set piece routines. It is not good. Jackal with the ball in. It's a free header at the back post. Farinez gets two hands to it and does not keep it out. That is not good enough from our Venezuelan goalkeeper. But hey, we're still 2-1 up. It's an away goal though. And away goals I never like in European football. We obviously can bring in other players. And we've got a strong team here. It's cleared away though. We look to be dominating possession. All the highlights other than that free kick so far have been deep in their half with them backs against the wall. Aribo spraying it out to Atal. Can he find a decent ball in? He's found Joe Aribo! Just wide from Aribo. I'm happy with this performance. We're by far the better team. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. You can see by the stats, you can see by the highlights that it's all in their half. Off the line by Atal though. Jesus. We need to sort set pieces out. Scalvini, Atal, Boufal coming inside. Beating a few. Les Malou. Poor pass from Malou, who is now our vice captain by the way. I did make Walter Benitez the captain because Schneiderlin was made captain when we came in, and obviously I don't want an unhappy captain. Simple as that. He did accept it. To be fair to him, that's dangerous. Good save, Farinez. Need a bit more here, boys. Need a bit more. Jackal whips it again, and again not winning the headers. We just don't have that aerial command that I tend to like from set pieces. Unfortunately, which is going to be a problem going forward, and something that I have tried to address. But with Pillard in the team, it's not going to be ideal. Decent effort from the lads there, but again, long ball up from them, win the header, and they're in. This was the exact same issue we were having against Rene at the start of the season. One long ball over the top and they're in. Maybe that'll do it. Literally, we have absolutely crushed them, and they've just played this long ball game to perfection, got themselves a couple of free kicks and scored from both of them. We've not been able to defend set pieces at all, and we're paying the price for it. Going to leave it a little bit longer before making that change. Actually, we'll go with the demand more still. We go out to Europe to 2 blooming free kick goals, it'll be pissed. We'll bring off Moses Simon though. So we'll bring on Harry Wilson for Simon, flick you two around. You should go to inside forward because that's a personalised thing. Why are you not? We'll bring off Tonali, who's not had the best of debuts, let's be honest. Backer into Aribo, back to Mitchell Backer, whipped in, Boufal, back again. Unfortunately not finding anyone. Oh no. And then here comes the long ball, right over the top. Not yet, but here it comes. Scovani heads well. We've managed to get enough men back now that we should be dealing with this. It's disallowed at least. It's disallowed. Yeah, he's well off. Well off. Harry Wilson with the free kick, whips in. Johnny Boy, it's off the bar and out. That's such a big issue with Pelmard and the team. You see it every time. They're just playing the long ball into his channel. And he can't win a header because he's got such a little jumping reach. Buffal doing decent. Lees Malou, Wilson, Aribo, Atal. Come on, we need a late winner, boys. Lees Malou, Buffal. I don't think he was expecting it to come to him there. Against a much bigger player as well who missed it, so maybe he doesn't get it. Aribo, Danulic. Back to Joe Aribo, back to Danulic. Atal. It's a free kick. Again. Come on, boys. Last chance of the game. Harry Wilson whips in. Scalvini can't win it. Lees Malou. Get it up there. Full time. I'm annoyed at that. I'm really annoyed at that. I'll be back pitch side for the second leg in just a second, guys. Welcome back, my friends. It's been a little while. I took a little bit of time to actually just breathe after that last game, you know, and think about things, think about what went wrong, particularly with the set pieces. And before the game that was in between, which was against Lens, we won that 2-0 by the way. Gris and Buffal with the goals. Buffal's then picked up an injury, which is very frustrating. I went and redone my set piece tactics. Simply put, this team is not a good team defending from set pieces. So I will have another video coming out for that, either today or in the next few days, explaining what I've changed, why I've changed them, to, you know, try and... It's not necessarily going to be a set piece tutorial like I've done in the past where I'm going to say, here, let's score all these goals, but I'm going to highlight what went wrong with this team. I'll look at the Rangers save, what went right with the Rangers team, and why two similar tactics for corners and set pieces did not work. It's an issue that I highlighted so many times throughout this save so far that I'm a bit frustrated it got to the point that, you know, could potentially cost us European football. But it's been such a busy transfer window, as you've seen. Lots of players in, lots of players out. We missed on some targets. We then had to go for backup targets. You know, consistent scouting, looking after the scouts, looking after the staff, looking after everything else. That I just completely forgot about it. That's not an excuse. It's completely on me. But, you know, hopefully the new routines will make an improvement. One of the goals that we scored against Lens actually came from one of the free kicks from deep that we took. So that routine already involved in a goal play. So that is positive. As I said, we'll go through everything and, you know, work out what went wrong, what I've changed, why I've changed it. We have also made an approach for a central defender, left-footed. He's not the complete article. He's the kind of guy that I would look at and normally go, he's good, but he's lacking in certain areas. But he's an aerial presence that we just do not have. You know, I offered Pelmard out on loan so I don't play him again. Nobody's bitten, unfortunately. I think that kid's got so much ability about him, but without that jumping reach in particular, he's just going to be exposed so often. Now, obviously, I say I didn't underestimate them last time. Obviously, I did to an extent. I felt we were by far the best team. For some reason, I've got Latomba in. I meant to put Atal back, and I rested Atal for this game. Hey ho, mistakes happen. Faranez starts and goal once again. Now, as I said previously, he's on an important player contract. I need to give him every bit of game time that I can. So this is a good competition to do that in. Latomba at right back by accident. I'm not going to deny that. Gomez and Scalvini are two sort of best aerial defenders, but both are very good defenders as well. Currently, the best centre back pairing in my opinion, with Backer on the left. Kamara does make the bench. Lees Malou and Cyprien taking a midfield pairing with Tonali in behind, with Harry Wilson, who is carrying a knock. and Simon on the wings. Simon did rest from the last game, although he didn't rest as much as I wanted him to. I wanted him to rest the whole game. Unfortunately, Bufal picked up an injury in his first sort of major start, and it didn't work for us. He did score before getting that injury, but he's out for a few weeks just now. And Guri running the line. Now, Arezzo has accepted a loan deal. We'll go through all that sort of next episode though, however, when I covered off the sort of final champions transfer window deals. Excuse me, Sunday. My date catch up sleeping normally on a Sunday. But hey, that's me. I should not be on it. I apologise, guys. I'm going for that after I've recorded this. So Arezzo has accepted a loan deal. We weren't really able to register Esposito. The other lads went out on loan as well, so we only have Esposito and Guri to play up top just now, which leaves us with no backup striker on the bench. And with Bufal's injury, every single player that is registered and available is in our selection just now. I assume that's the same for Altach here, because they obviously only have one less sub than us. But we have issues. If we have a striker or a winger injury, we could be in big trouble in this game. So, it's all over to you. Let's have a good one, boys. Let's just go out. Do what we've done in the first leg. Just don't concede from 2 set pieces. Would be great. That really could have changed the course of our season. We'll talk about it, Simon. And it's Cyprian! I was taking a drink. But after 36 games without a goal, well, that's one hell of a stat. I assume he was playing a much more defensive role for Parma, but after 36 games without a goal, Cyprien has scored for us. Early knock for Latomba. That's not great. We'll monitor that. Pulled a thigh by the looks of it. We'll keep an eye on it as he's thrown in well there. Decent ball in. Gurry! Boom! 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, after just 10 minutes, starting this game, the way we played the first half in the home leg, and this is what I wanted to see. Guri, not the tallest, but he has ability. Here comes one of these set pieces that I was a bit nervous for. Krau to take it. Farinez equals it on this occasion. Excuse me, makes me nervous. Excuse me. Heiss whips in. Scavani away. Lees Malou. Now, the way I've set this set piece up, we should be dangerous on the counter, although Lees Malou just slowed right up before getting that ball and taking any chance that way. They did get numbers back. But what we've done is we're leaving the 2 wingers forward. Now, 2 reasons for that. 1, both of them are terrible in the air. And 2, certainly Moses Simon is very quick. But, Harry Wilson, Bufal, they're no slouches either. Guri's certainly not a slouch. Now, obviously, he is back because he's better in the air than those 2. So he's back doing some defending. But it's a positive thing. Now, Latomba has had to come off injured here, which is not great for us because the only other winger option we had, realistically, was Ital. Adi will come play out there if needed. I don't want to do it though. I do not want to send Joriba out there. But once again, their only highlights have been set pieces. Twice, one very good direct free kick, and the other a corner that we dealt with very well. And if Lees Malou, was a bit quicker at that ball, we could have had a genuine counter attack. Now I'm going to bring off Harry Wilson for Joe Aribo, just because he's knackered. He is absolutely done. He's ran his race. Let's get him off. We're struggling for depth there just now. Well, I'll say that players can play in the league that aren't registered for the Europa Conference, unfortunately. So we do have some depth there, young players and players that are I'm retraining to play that side rather than central or the other side that they currently play, because I feel like system-wise they would suit that side for us. So we'll see how that goes. But that's why certain players aren't getting loaned out, is to retrain these positions and then maybe get a loan out. So decent ball across. Mitchell back to Cyprien. Not scored for 36 games. 2 goals in 1 game. I nearly said 2 games and 1 goal there. But 2 goals in 1 game after 36 without for William Cyprien. And, he's back in amongst the goals of a bang. It's a decent ball across to Backer. He just picks out Cyprien. And Cyprien it's very similar to Aribo. He just takes a touch, decides where he's putting it, and then just puts it there, and makes no mistake about it. We'll bring Quintillo on and give Sandro Tonali a bit of a rest. In fact, no, we won't. We'll undo that. We'll bring on Danulic and give Tonali a rest, just because Danulic is learning that position. Gives him a bit of extra game time in that role. Cyprien whips in the corner. Decent, cleared away though. Still not creating from the corners yet then, but hey, it's decent that we're getting a highlight from one. Backer equal to it as well, and cleared away to Joe Aribo. Now Aribo is not the quickest on this right wing. Don't expect him to be blistering away the same way we would expect Moses Simon, and that shows there as he's caught and tackled. Cleared away, Scoff. It's in behind to Stodger. That's a cheeky attempt at a chip. Farnes doesn't have the best aerial reach, but he does meet that one. And we have turned it around, boys and girls. We are going to... And another set-piece highlight. So, new set-piece routine seems to be creating something. Decent baller back in. Simon. Is it just an end-of-game highlight, though? It looks like it probably is. Krau, bringing it away. Maybe it's a counter-attack highlight. It's a decent ball in. Stodger. It is indeed a counter-attack highlight. Oh... Set pieces being the bane of us. But, you know, positive. One, we're getting the ball into those areas. Two, we haven't actually conceded from a set piece this game. We scored from one in the game in between. Set piece routines might be starting to improve things. With that big central defender that I know I'm overpaying for. I'm overpaying on both wages and transfer fee for, and I will admit to that. But it meets stuff that's going to plug weaknesses in the team, which is great. If he does come, of course. So a 3-1 victory away from home, which gives us a 5-3 aggregate win here. Good win, boys. Well done. That should put us into the competition proper. That's a big bonus for winning it. 7 days to 2 weeks for Latomba. We'll just send you the video, that's okay. William Cyprien, praise, handshake, superb in front of goal, buddy. You really were. Nigeria scouting the process of Moses Simon, but not Joe Aribo, which is interesting. Let's see, we do have a group stage draw right here, so we'll go to that. We get 2.66 million for that privilege. It's not huge. Bordeaux at home before the transfer window closes. It's not long. To get those last little deals in. PSG signing Harry Kane and Marco Asensio. Scary. Cesar Azpilicueta as well. Not quite as scary as the other two. As you see, £242 million spent. So you've got Danilo Pereira. He is top quality. I like him in draft. You've got Kane. You've got Florenzi, Asensio. Florenzi was on loan last season maybe. Tete, Juan Cuadrado, another right back, and Cesar Azpilicueta coming in. PSG. They won the Champions League last season. They mean business. That's fine. Venezuela call it for you, that's fine. I'm going until we get to the group stage draw. Come on, give me it. Here we are. We're seeded second in the draw, so let's see who's seeded top seeds. So we've got Sevilla, Zenit, Sport and Dinamo, Eintracht Frankfurt, Slavia Prague, Wolves and Fenerbahce as the top seeds. I guess I can't argue with that too much. 19.5 points is the threshold for that. Where are we? We're at 16, so a good season this year. We're in the same pot as Aberdeen. Any other teams of note in the other pots down below? AIK, obviously, historically a decent team. Boleslav, no mugs. And Maccabi Haifa, no mugs down in the 4th seed group. A couple of other sort of interesting places. You know, the Cypriots, Ostrava, the Finns, you know, could cause issues. Trabzonspor, Sarajevo, Osijek, Wolfsberger of Austria, Dinamo Tbilisi, I can never pronounce that, the Georgian team anyway, Bromby, Hajduk, Split and Antwerp, and then the teams that we can't draw are AEK, Malmo, Maribor, Zoria, FC Emmen, Apel Limassol, and Aberdeen. So let's see, we'll fire through the first seeds first. Who would we want out those first seeds? Dinamo would be a good game. I would like to avoid Zenit. I would really like to avoid Zenit, I'll be honest. Zenit and Sevilla and Wolves, probably the 3 teams to avoid here as terms of first seeds. Who do we want out of pot? In fact, do you know what? We'll take anyone out of pot C. Antwerp and Wolfsburger would probably like to avoid. Transponsor, Turkey's always a bit of a wild card, isn't it? So let's see who we can get here. It's Bromby, so we've got Croatia and Denmark so far. And then we've got, you know, the sort of mixed group here. We'll take any of these teams realistically. They're bottom seeds, we should be able to beat them. We've got a trip to Cyprus and Thorsey. This is not a friendly group in terms of me pronouncing names now, is it? So we're into Group C with Bromby, Anorfsey and Dinamo. Interesting. How many players did Dinamo lose in the summer now? Obviously I didn't load the leagues up properly, so they've still got Livakovic. But no Lovromer. That's good now. Orisic didn't load in the game because I looked for him. And neither did Antonio Marin unless he's in the second team. He is not. So, two of their key players didn't load in. Do still have good players though, of course. Cannot be taken lightly. Bromby, obviously a solid team. Let's have a quick look see at them. Now, I would like your opinion on this, guide. At the end of this season, would you like me to load in other leagues? Because I feel like I should. You know, it's running smooth. I'm flying through the games. So it might be worthwhile opening up other leagues, you know, making Europe a bit more competitive and, you know, opening up new transfer market windows for both buying and selling too. So that's Bromby, and let's have a look at the Cypriots. Anorfs. Famagusta might be easier. They've only got one real player, he's a goalkeeper. Physically he's pretty terrible, but he's 35. 56 caps for Georgia. He doesn't look terrible, you know. He doesn't look terrible. Yeah, decent backup goalkeeper, I think, for a top 5 team. Say decent backup, you know. He's not going to be your main man. He's got 366 appearances in his career, mostly in Georgia, Greece, Russia. But he did have a season in the Bundesliga too. Anyway, guys, so that will end this episode. We'll skip forward just so the draw comes through, and we will have a quick look see at when we come back. I think, why don't we jump ahead to Dinamo at home? I quite like that idea. In fact, let's go to Anorfsey, because we'll do Anorfsey and then Monaco, and then that balances Europe and domestic, and then, you know, we can jump ahead. In fact, Anorfsey's the last game. Bromby I feels too soon, that's the problem. Right, what we'll do is we'll do Dinamo and then Anorfsey, and then we'll do PSG sort of mixed with a thingy, and then that gives us, you know, that gets us to January quickly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So Dinamo at home, then Anorfsey away, and then PSG away. Because we've already missed we'll have to cover that PSG game because we've already missed a PSG game this season. Hopefully we can go deep in the French Cup as well. Hopefully we'll have more European football after that January break. Anyway, guys, that is going to end this episode. Smash the like button if you're enjoying. If you are still enjoying, hit the subscribe button as well. If you are new, check out the Twitch and Discord if you haven't already. Links to them down below. And I will hopefully catch you all next time.